Hi guys and welcome. My name's Nicole, and in this video I want to share with you some tips on how to get rid of a headache naturally. First of all, most people when they get a headache take some sort of, ibuprofen or acetaminophen or aspirin or, some other type of analgesic drug to help get rid of their headache. But actually these medicines are highly toxic to the body. The liver and the kidneys are very vulnerable to these types of medicines, and they're very toxic to these organs. Taking one pill, once in a great while isn't going to probably do much damage, but there's about 100 million people in this country who suffer from chronic pain. So, you know that they're probably taking some sort of anti-pain medication to take care of their chronic pain. These types of drugs have also been known to cause heart problems and also raise your blood pressure. So first I want to talk about headache prevention. The first tip that I want to talk about is to make sure that you get rid of all your indoor air fresheners. Any type of plug-in wall air freshener that has toxic fragrance in it, or those spray fragrances that you spray the room. These have up to 50 to 100 different chemicals that come together to make the word fragrance on any sort of product. So these have actually been shown to give people headaches. I noticed that when I stopped using hand soap that had fragrance in it, and then when I did, if I went to someone's house and they had fragrance in their hand soap, I noticed that I would get an immediate headache from that. And anytime I go in someone's home who has air fresheners, I can smell it. It's so strong. It's such a strong chemical odor to me. When my kids go to someone else's house and then they come back, I can actually smell it on them. So that's the first thing I would suggest if you want to prevent headaches, is to get rid of air fresheners. You can always use essential oils. You can get an essential oil diffuser, and these are much more natural and they don't tend to cause headaches in people, unless of course you're allergic to them, so you need to test them out. So of course don't use any body products, moisturizers, makeup, any sort of sunscreen with fragrance in it, and especially don't use perfume. These can definitely cause headaches along with other problems. It's bad for the endocrine system, so I would suggest just using essential oils instead. The next tip I've got is to stop eating foods containing MSG. MSG is known to cause headaches in people, among other problems too. So stay away from, Chinese food restaurants typically use a lot of MSG in their food. Check labels. It's not just going to say MSG or monosodium glutamate. There's many different names that they give to sort of hide the name MSG, because people associate that with, negative connotations. So make sure you look up. There's a list of, dozens of different names that are actually disguised as MSG. The next tip I want to give you is to meditate and lower your stress. Deep breathing, like I said, meditation is really good for preventing stress and tension headaches. And the last tip I want to give you for preventing headaches or migraines is to get yourself tested for food allergies, or allergies in general. A lot of people have food allergies and they tend to get different symptoms from these allergies, and one of them is a headache. So definitely get yourself tested, go to a couple different doctors and get different types of allergy, maybe blood tests, to see what you could be allergic to. Because there are different tests that actually can show, one test can show that you're not allergic to something, and the other test will show that you are. And they test different, like IgA, IgM, IgG, those sort of tests can show that, one can show that you're allergic to, let's say wheat, for example. Maybe the next test will show that you're not. So if something shows that you are, then most likely you are allergic to that food or substance. So now I want to give you some tips on how to get rid of a headache once you have one. The first one would be certain yoga poses. Yoga helps to relieve tension and stress in the body, and most headaches are actually usually caused by tension. Yoga actually gives you an opportunity to slow down and relax, and it really improves circulation throughout your body. Anytime you're improving circulation, this actually improves pain and stress. So with yoga, you have oxygen and the blood flow going to the brain. And the majority of your life, gravity is actually pulling you down towards the earth, and your body flow is all going down and pulling towards your feet. So it's a really good idea to get that flow going up in the opposite direction towards your brain. So if you're feeling a headache coming on, or you just need a little relief from stress, try one of these poses. The next remedy I've got for you is peppermint oil. This actually works really great. You want to make sure that you dilute it a little bit in some oil and then just put it on the back of your neck or maybe the temples. And be careful because this can kind of irritate your eyes a little bit, so definitely keep it away from your eyes. But peppermint oil works really great for headaches. The other oil I want to show you is lavender. Lavender works really great by relieving stress and tension, and it actually helps you sleep well. The next remedy is ginger. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory, so a lot of times headaches are caused by inflammation towards the brain and the blood vessels. So ginger actually can help relieve that inflammation that is causing your headache. Magnesium. Most people are really deficient in magnesium. This is sort of the mineral that helps relax the muscles, and a lot of headaches are of course caused by tension of the neck muscles. So magnesium is a really great remedy to try if you're prone to getting a lot of tension and stress headaches. I love apples. Apples are so healthy for you. They're packed with fiber and vitamin C, and they're very water rich. And my kids eat an apple every single day, and I found that whenever I get a headache, an apple always actually makes me feel better. So next time you've got a headache, grab an apple. Some people like to put a cold compress on their forehead or the back of their neck to help with a headache. Other people don't like that neck. They actually prefer something warm on their neck. So try both of these to see which one works for you better. Another tip would be to place your feet into hot water. This actually pulls blood from the top of the body down towards the bottom, because a lot of times there's tension and too much pressure in the head, so this actually pulls all of that away. The next one would be to stay hydrated. This is very important. A lot of people get headaches because they're dehydrated, so make sure you drink plenty of water throughout the day, and especially if you have a headache. And the last remedy would be to take some sort of herbal remedy. And one of them is feverfew. This one's really great for headaches, and the other one is willow bark. Willow bark actually is a natural source of salicylic acid, and that's where aspirin kind of came from at first. So instead of going to aspirin, which can actually sometimes cause bleeding in your stomach, some people take willow bark instead, white willow bark. And then another one for people who have migraines is butterbur. This is a well-known remedy, herbal remedy for migraines. So you can try one of these out and see if they work for you. And remember, not all of these are going to work for everyone. Some of them may work for you and maybe not someone else, or vice versa. So if one of them doesn't work, try something else. So I hope some of the tips in this video helped you in some way to relieve your headache. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for your time and for watching this video. Have a great day.